Buenas tardes, amigos, and welcome to today's edition of Isolation Island Ilfie 26B. As you can see, we are broadcasting from Il Patiolo yet again, simply and solely because the sun is out, the sky is blue, and basically there's bugger all else to do. I changed the words there. Do you notice that? Language skills and poetry, gosh, there's no end to my talents. Well, yes, there's a bit of painting to do, but we're doing that in the heat. It's quite nice. A few little wispy clouds, but nothing drastic, And it's very warm. Dog's up in Le Jardin de backyard. She's sitting there panting away. She keeps looking at her ball. She's got her ball in front of her. But, she's not overly enthusiastic to actually get the ball and bring it down to me to play. I think it's a bit warm for her. The cat has been strolling around the yard. It's had a stroll up Le Jardin as well. Dad decided to scent a few trees. Dog took a bit of an umbrage at that. So I had to stop her because she was just about to chase him. I don't know where he's gone now. I think he's gone to find some shade to flop down in because he's not a great lover of the heat either, bless. Well, not a lot's happened today. We're a bit early today because basically I didn't want to forget to do this later on. And it's so nice, I might just have a fall asleep this afternoon in the sunshine. So what can I tell you? Well, last night was a bit of a disaster. Yes, my hot cross buns weren't very hot or very cross. No, they didn't really rise to the occasion. They were a little dense. Almost as dense as the people who keep turning up around here on holiday. So I was a bit upset with those. I got a bit cross. I was going to throw one at the window, but I decided against it. I didn't fancy the bill of trying to replace a double glazing unit. So that was the first disaster. Then the second disaster was me bread, which, unlike me hot cross buns, rose beautifully and carried on rising. In fact, it rose that much, I burnt the top of it in the oven because it went a bit too high and touched the top of the oven. So that's not too much of a disaster because all you have to do is cut the burnt bit off the top, so that's not too bad. But it still was a bit upsetting. And then the third thing, well, we were having fish and chips for tea last night. And Mother says to me, because I like to double fry my chips. A bit of a double dipper, me. So, yes, Mother put the chips in, got them to the right bit. I thought, fish was nearly finished. I thought, I'll just give them the second little dip while I put them in. But she left the oil up a bit too high, so I dipped them in. It went, and by the time I'd done that, they were almost black. So, so I ended up with fish and peas, basically, for tea last night. It was very pleasant, but I would have liked me chips. But they were just a little on the burnt side to actually eat. So, so yesterday's evening's cooking was not quite the success it was hoped for. But, it was a pleasant enough evening. Yes. I watched Jesus Christ Superstar. Got the wrong time, didn't I? Yeah, told everybody 7:30 was 7 o'clock. Felt a right prat when I switched it on and it was already started. Still, luckily I could wind it back and start from the beginning, which was lovely. Forgot how good Jesus Christ Superstar was. Absolutely stunningly surprised at Tim Minchin. Nearly fell off my seat when he started singing. I thought, bloody hell. Chris Moyle surprised me as well. Just the right amount of camp in his part. Mel C was good. Overall, it was pretty good. Wasn't overly keen on the ending. I've seen a better ending. First time I ever went to see it, I broke my heart crying. It was so powerful. But no, it was good. Yes, had a good old wail along to it. I can't really say sing because, I'm not quite... The vocal cords haven't quite come back to normality. So, yes, I had a wail along to it. I know that because apparently 2 killer whales were spotted off the coast of Ilfracombe. And, yes, they were trying to communicate, but obviously I couldn't understand them. And also the cat decided he was going to join in as well. Well, that's when you know that your singing's gone a bit awry. Because the cat's like, oh dear, yes. And God help everybody next week because it's Phantom of the Opera. Oh, and the worst of it is I know all the words to Phantom of the Opera, so I'll really be giving it a go next week. So if you're within a 5-mile radius of Ilfracombe, I suggest you either buy ear defenders or earplugs now. It's a must. So yes, so that was last night. Then I went to bed, and the dog decided in its infinite wisdom it was going to come into bed with me. Well, not into bed, but he jumped on the bed with me. And the cat was already on the bed, so that was quite nice. So Well, at one point I had to put my foot out of the bed to check the cat was still there. When he dug his teeth into my toe, I knew he was. So that was quite amusing. And then I gave him a little stroke. Yes. And he went for my finger again. And then I moved my finger, so he bit the dog's leg. Because he bit my finger, so when he did the second bite, he thought he'd go for the dog's leg. And of course, I don't know who got more of a surprise, the dog or the cat, because the dog was sort of sat there going, what? And the cat was like, oh, that'll teach him. He won't do that again in a while. Yes. So, and then the dog decided it was great fun to use my leg as a pillow. And there she stayed till about 7 o'clock this morning. And then Ben, this morning, I thought, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my video for the One Show, because they're asking for tricks that your pets do. Well, Buffy's got a really good trick, you see. You go to her, Buffy, go, ah, and she goes, and you can drop a tablet in her mouth. Now, it's not a very clever trick, but it's a very useful trick that the dog will actually take tablets. So we're doing it this morning, and I'm there, and I'm filming away to try and get the dog. And Mum says, no, come on, I'll do it. I'll give the dog the tablet. So I gave my mum the tablet to do the dog. So if you can imagine, this is the dog's face. There's my mother's hand. Not very useful. Didn't actually see anything of the dog. So my trick of getting the dog to go, ah, and take her tablet is now a trip that goes, ah, you can't see anything. Great, thanks, Mum. Anyway, Mother will be along later, because she's going to do the big vlog later on. I noticed as soon as I said that, she disappeared inside the house. So I'm going back to my painting. I'm going to try and set up a little number later on, so look out for it, so that we can all get together about 9 o'clock for a quick bit of dancing, Queen. Otherwise than that, stay safe, stay well, strip off into your bikinis and get in the sunshine. And I'll see you later. Bye.